682 horsepower, $168,000, $0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. The 2026 Escalade-V is the fastest production SUV Cadillac has ever built, and after spending 3 weeks analyzing every detail, I discovered something that's going to change how you think about performance luxury SUVs. I spent over 40 hours comparing this against the Mercedes-AMG GLS 63, BMW Alpina XB7, and Range Rover Sport SVR. I analyzed real-world ownership costs, ran the specs through every scenario, and the numbers tell a story Cadillac doesn't advertise. Subscribe right now because this channel breaks down luxury vehicles with zero fluff and pure data. Here's what you're getting today. First, the exterior design and why it commands $180,000 after dealer markups. Second, the interior tech that puts Tesla's screen to shame. Third, the ownership reality nobody talks about. The Escalade-V doesn't whisper, it shouts. And unlike the base Escalade that starts at $91,000, this V-Series demands an additional $77,000 for the supercharged experience. 3 design elements separate this from every other Escalade on the road. First, the V-Series mesh grille with black chrome. It's wider, more aggressive, and features the signature V badge that signifies Cadillac's performance division. Second, those 22-inch wheels hide 6-piston Brembo front brakes that can stop 6,200 pounds from 60 miles per hour in 121 feet. That's shorter than a Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Third, the quad exhaust outlets with V-Series tips. These aren't decorative, they're functional vents for a hand-built supercharged V8. Dimensions matter when you're parking this beast. The standard Escalade-V measures 211 inches long, 81 inches wide, and rides on a 134-inch wheelbase. If you need more cargo, the ESV stretches to 227 inches and adds $3,000 to the price. Ground clearance sits at 7.9 inches with the air suspension raised, and this thing weighs 6,217 pounds. That's 400 pounds heavier than the standard Escalade thanks to the supercharger, reinforced drivetrain, and upgraded suspension. Color options include 6 exterior choices, but here's what I'm seeing on dealer lots. 70% are ordered in black raven or crystal white tricoat. The shadow metallic looks incredible in person and only adds $625. Skip the red horizon tint coat unless you want to attract every police cruiser within a 3-mile radius. The design philosophy here is American muscle meets luxury flagship. Where the Mercedes-AMG GLS tries to hide its performance with subtle badges, Cadillac says everyone will know you spent $170,000 on a supercharged SUV, and you should be proud of it. But the exterior is just the appetizer. Open the door and you're stepping into what Cadillac calls V-Series performance art. They're not exaggerating. The cabin wraps you in semi-aniline leather with a diamond-stitched pattern that costs $2,800 extra, but is standard on most dealer inventory. The front seats are 16-way power adjustable with massage, heating, and ventilation. The second row gets heated captain's chairs in a 7-passenger configuration. And yes, even the third row is heated, something the BMW XB7 makes you pay extra for. Materials quality is exceptional. Real wood trim spans the dashboard, the leather feels butter soft, and there's genuine metal switchgear instead of the piano black plastic plague infecting German competitors. The only questionable material choice is the suede headliner, which shows fingerprints. Now let's talk about the technology that justifies this price tag. The 38-inch curved OLED display dominates your field of view. It's actually a seamless panel housing a 35-inch diagonal screen split into driver gauge cluster and infotainment. Resolution is 9K, response time is instant, and the interface runs on Google built-in with over-the-air updates. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. You get a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot that supports up to 7 devices. There are 9 USB-C ports throughout the cabin, wireless charging for 2 phones up front, and a 12.6-inch rear seat entertainment system with wireless headphones. The AKG Studio Reference audio system delivers sound through 36 speakers with 28 channels and a 1,000-watt amplifier. I tested this with Fleetwood Mac's Dreams and Kendrick Lamar's DNA. The clarity and staging rivals my home studio monitors. This system alone would cost $8,000 if purchased separately. Now here's what shocked me about the Escalade-V's technology. Cadillac includes Super Cruise, their hands-free driving system, as standard equipment. This works on over 400,000 miles of compatible highways in North America, uses LiDAR mapping, and honestly performs better than Tesla's autopilot in lane centering accuracy. Mercedes charges $2,500 for their comparable system. BMW makes you subscribe annually. Cadillac includes it for free. Practicality. The Escalade-V offers 25.5 cubic feet behind the third row, 72.9 cubic feet behind the second row, and 121 cubic feet with all seats folded. The ESV bumps those numbers to 41.5, 94.1, and 142.8 cubic feet respectively. The power folding third row takes 6 seconds to drop flat, and the hands-free power liftgate has adjustable height memory. Storage throughout the cabin is generous. There's a massive center console bin, door pockets that fit water bottles, and a wireless charging pad that actually holds phones in place during hard acceleration. The V-mode selector on the steering wheel lets you customize throttle response, steering weight, suspension stiffness, exhaust volume, and all-wheel drive torque distribution. Launch control is activated through a specific sequence, and I'll be honest, using launch control in a 6,200-pound SUV feels absurd and glorious. Speaking of that absurd performance, the heart of this machine is a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 producing 682 horsepower and 653 pound-feet of torque. This engine is hand-built, signed by the technician who assembled it, and bolted to a 10-speed automatic transmission with standard all-wheel drive. 0 to 60, 4.4 seconds. Quarter mile, 12.9 seconds at 110 miles per hour. Top speed is electronically limited to 160 miles per hour. Magnetic ride control 4 reads the road every millisecond and adjusts damping 1,000 times per second. The Air Ride adaptive suspension can raise or lower the vehicle by 4 inches. The result? This SUV stays flat through corners that would send a standard Escalade into body roll territory. Fuel economy is brutal, 11 city, 16 highway, 13 combined. The 24-gallon fuel tank means you're getting around 312 miles of real-world range. Premium fuel is mandatory, and at current prices, expect $85 fill-ups. Now the ownership reality check nobody discusses. Insurance averages $3,400 annually for a 40-year-old with clean driving history. Maintenance follows Cadillac's included 2-year schedule. But after that, oil changes run $180, brake service costs $1,200 with those Brembos, and tire replacements every 25,000 miles will set you back $2,000 for a quality set. Depreciation is the killer. Escalade-Vs lose approximately 40% of their value in 3 years. Your $168,000 investment becomes a $100,000 vehicle by 2029. That's $22,000 per year in depreciation alone. But here's the value proposition. This delivers 90% of the Mercedes-AMG GLS 63's performance for $30,000 less. It offers more cargo space than the BMW Alpina XB7, and it includes technology as standard that Germans charge $10,000 extra to unlock. If you're cross-shopping, the Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 costs $198,000 and makes 603 horsepower, 80 fewer horses for $30,000 more. The BMW Alpina XB7 starts at $145,000, but requires $25,000 in options to match the Escalade-V's standard equipment. The Range Rover Sport SVR offers comparable performance, but has reliability ratings that'll make you cry into your extended warranty paperwork. Next week, I'm breaking down why the Escalade-V actually costs less to own than the German competition over 5 years. Subscribe so you don't miss that analysis. The numbers are going to surprise you. Bottom line, the 2026 Escalade-V is the performance SUV for buyers who want American muscle wrapped in presidential-level luxury. If you're trading in a Yukon Denali and want supercharged thrills without switching to a German brand, this is your vehicle. If you're an executive who needs to transport 6 people in comfort but also enjoys gap-shooting merges onto the highway, buy the Escalade-V. Hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a comment telling me if you take this over the AMG GLS 63, and let's keep this conversation going.